Welcome back for this session on multiplexing. So I think you all would have studied about multiplexer and digital logic circuits. So this is going to be somewhat similar to that. So let's move on. Multiplexing is a set of techniques that allows the simultaneous transmission of multiple signals across a single data link. As data and telecommunication uses increases, so the traffic also increases. We can either add a new channel for such increasing traffic, or we can still install higher bandwidth links and use each to carry multiple signals. So you have the diagram of multiplexer. Now, as I've told you, you've studied in digital logic circuits. See, the first one is your mux, where you have many input lines and a single output line. And demultiplexer is just the opposite of your multiplexer, where you have a single input which is converted into many lines as outputs. Now this diagram tells how it's going to be classified. Now multiplexer is divided into two types, the analog and digital. In analog you again have two types, which is FDM, frequency division multiplexing, WDM is wavelength division multiplexing, and TDM is time division multiplexing. Now this classification is already seen in the previous slide, so we'll just have a quick brush through. FDM means each signal is assigned a different frequency, and WDM is each signal is assigned a particular wavelength to use on optical fiber. And the last is time division multiplexing. In this itself you have two subdivisions. The first is synchronous TDM, where each signal is assigned a fixed time slot and a fixed rotation, and the second is statistical time division multiplexing, where time slots are assigned to signals dynamically to make better use of bandwidth. So moving on into the description of frequency division multiplexing, it is a technique that uses different frequencies to combine multiple streams of data for transmission over a communication medium. This FDM assigns a discrete carrier frequency to each data stream and then combine many modulated carrier frequencies for transmission. In FDM, the signals get generated by each sending device modulated by different carrier frequencies. These modulated signals are then combined into a single composite signal that can be transported by the link. Carrier frequencies are separated by sufficient bandwidth to accommodate three modulated signals. So the channels can be separated by strips of unused bandwidth guard bands, which is to prevent signals from overlapping. Now you have a diagram over here which shows how a frequency division multiplexing is going to work. Now, as in the previous slide we said that to prevent signals from overlapping, we are going to have three channels. Now that is given over here, where you have, for example, if you have three telephone contacts given to a multiplexer, that is sent separately by three channels in order to avoid overlapping, and it is received by three telephones again. In this diagram, the transmission path is divided into three parts. Each represents a channel that carries one transmission as said. Now here we are going to study about the processes of multiplexing as well as your demultiplexing. In your multiplexing, as said, it's going to be many number of inputs combined together to produce one output, or one transmission is possible at a time. And the demultiplexing is again one signal is going to be filtered and sent in as three different values again. So the advantages and disadvantages. Advantages are a large number of signals can be transmitted simultaneously, and this does not need synchronization between its transmitter and receiver for a proper operation. Demodulation is also easy. The disadvantages: the communication channel must have a very larger bandwidth. The intermodulation distortion takes place here, and there is crosstalk obviously, and channels get affected due to wide band fading. And as earlier in the classification diagram, your multiplexing was basically divided into analog and digital. So one type in analog we have studied is the frequency division, and one in your digital is your time division multiplexing. Now it is a method of transmitting and receiving independent signals over a common signal path by means of synchronized switches at each end of the transmission line, so that each signal appears on the line only a fraction of time in an alternating pattern. It is also used when the bit rate of the transmission medium exceeds that of the signal to be transmitted. Now here you have a block diagram which tells how a time division is going to work. Now as again the same concept, multiplexer is going to be having many number of inputs and a single output is given with the help of a transmission line medium. It is again given it into your demultiplexer to reach the destinations. Now the second diagram internally says how the message is going to be transferred. Now the first one is the message inputs are given into filters. With the help of filters it is going to be synchronized because it is going to be time division, and it is going to be decommutated, and then with the help of a low pass filter again it's going to be filtered and the outputs are received. Now the last is advantages and disadvantages. It is fully available channel bandwidth and it can be utilized for each channel. Intermodulation distortion is absent. Crosstalk is not severe. Only one carrier medium at a time. Throughput is high even for many users. The disadvantages are it requires reliable synchronization, require A to D conversions at high rate, requires larger bandwidth and probability of error or bit error rate. Now we have come to the end of multiplexing. This is also an important question. Do study. For any queries, do contact. Thank you.